Hey Ewans, welcome back to my channel. It's WinnieBeeLV, Mouth of the South. No intro, no outro. It's just this Weight Loss Wednesday. How? So how are you this fine Wednesday? I promise you I will try to keep it together and not bawl my face off. Well, you know what I mean, cry. Bawling my face off like I did last Wednesday. I just lost all control of my emotions. You know, people lose control of their, bodily functions. I lost control of my tear ducts and they just went crazy and sprinkled out everywhere. I'm gonna try to keep it together this week. I'm in a much better headspace. I have gotten some mean comments, but not about my weight. So, you know, everything else is fair game. And I did lash out at them. So go ahead, leave one. I will be a B word. It's all about the weight loss though. It's all about my Semaglutide, however you want to say it and put the emphasis or emphasis on it. So it's all about my compounded Semaglutide journey. Returning to the doctor on July 2nd, so in about a week. That is gonna be a happening thing, and I believe that I'll ask to be switched over to Tirzepatide. Now, I do not take the brand of anything anymore. I started out with brand Ozempic. And go lay down in your hole. Go on, go lay down on your steps. She's not gonna do it today. She does get groomed this weekend, so we're all gonna be relieved from hearing the clippity-clops of the nails for at least a week or so. Anyhow, back to my story. I do not get the brand name of Ozempic or Wegovy. I get compounded Ozempic or Semaglutide. So that means I have to draw out my own shot, and you know, it's not that big of a deal. I've noticed the medication is pretty much the same thing. I have no different effect on one or the other since I've tried both brand and compounded. So if you are interested in getting your medication that way, because there's shortages everywhere on brand and it's a lot more expensive if your insurance isn't covering it. So if you are somebody that wants to do that, please check with a reputable compounding pharmacy. Check into that. There are a lot of places. I go to a sports medicine clinic, which that doctor, actually it's a PA, I believe, or she's either a nurse prac or a PA. But anyway, the whole place uses a compounding pharmacy that is out of Knoxville, and they are very reputable. And so yeah, that's what I do. So that is why, long story short, I might be asking if I can switch over, because I know a lot of my friends who are on the Tirzepatide, Mounjaro, and Zepbound formula that they have lost a ton more weight, and maybe they're just putting in the time. Maybe they're just doing more of the work than I am, and that totally could be. But at this point, I won't mind if she does, you know, decide to keep me on this Semaglutide formula. It's, you know, it's not gonna bother me either way. I love doing the 2 shots. There's several things that, I wish I could say I knew, or I wish I knew, I can say it anyway, about going on this journey prior to, and wish I had implemented a few things I would do differently going into it now. I was very, very, very scared of getting sick, because all you ever hear about from anybody on any matter is squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? So you always hear of the horror stories online, as opposed to people who are just, I tolerated it well. You don't see many of those stories. So I scared myself and kind of freaked myself out a little bit when I started this, worrying that I was going to be one of the few. I gotta say, most people do, from what I can see, the studies and things that I've read, most people do tolerate this medication just fine. Is there nausea? Yes. Is it to the point? I have not been someone who throws up. A couple of times I have had some bathroom issues both ways to the extreme, one more than other, but you know, that is something I would try to get a handle on from the very beginning, and that's upping your hydration, stool softeners, you know what I mean, Miralax or whatever you choose. There's several different ways to go about that, but yeah, because this medication does work on slowing down the emptying process in your gut, and that causes a little bit, some people go another way. I had a cousin who just never got out of the bathroom. She said everything she ate, no matter what it was, went straight through. So she had an issue with that while she was on the medication. I have had a couple of those running to the bathroom days. But I have to tell you, I don't like either one, like being one way or the other. But I have to tell you, those are welcomed. Those days are pretty welcomed for me because they're so few and far between, and I feel like I'm needing to empty out, I know, TMI, in a bad way. So yeah, when I have gotten those to those places, I do sort of ease up on taking any of the stuff that helps me along the journey, the magnesium at night. I do a all natural gummy, which is supposed to help you go, a stool softener. When I get to the point where it's just going all day, and that has happened maybe 3 times during the whole, what am I on, 15 weeks now? That's happened, right? And I don't do anything to stop. I don't take like Imodium. I don't do any of those precautions or measures. But I do slack off that day from taking the stuff that makes you go on a normal basis, right? So all the gummies and the probiotics and all that. So that is one thing I wish I'd gotten a handle on. I don't know if I could have, but I wish before starting I had. Now, I started out the first 2 weeks. I think I lost 12 pounds in those first 2 weeks, right? 8 and then 4. And that is the most weight in that small amount of time, especially in a week's time, that I have ever lost since then. Have I lost any weight this week? That's coming up. I am going to tell you that. I'll tell you where I started, where I'm at now, and my highest ever weight, which was last year, I believe, that I know of, that I got on a scale and knew of, because sometimes you just go crazy and you don't get on a scale for a year or two. That's happened to me. Does that happen to you? Like guys that struggle with your weight? Has that ever happened to you? Yeah, sometimes I'm just, you know, blinders on and I'll just eat anything. Oh, I'm not big at all. And then you see a picture of yourself and you're like, whoa, okay, time to get on the scale. I wish I'd done that, maybe gotten a handle on, you know, that. I wish I had come out the gate working out like I am now. That is with weights and also, you know, aerobically, getting moving, like a workout. Like I do the Grow with Jo workout. She has like hundreds on her channel. She's millions of viewers. She's so good. I love her. I love to follow along her. She's got beginner to intermediate to advanced workouts. So there's something for everybody. If you just want to do 10-minute one, she's got you covered. If you want to do a 30-minute one, you can do it. If you want to do a long one, you can do it with Grow with Jo. So I love her YouTube channel, and I love to work out every single night. Like I try not to miss a night. So yeah, I wish I had come out the gate doing that. I think I filmed for you like about the 2nd or 3rd week what I eat in a day, because people really wanted to know, because I was losing, you know, pretty good there at the first, right? On this medication, because the food noise was gone and all that good stuff. And I wasn't really getting as sick as I thought. I was still scared about it. So I kind of thought, because I'd read a lot of things about people being, when I don't eat, I get super nauseated. I can't go without. So I would get up, have my coffee, and have what now I look at the picture of, I showed it to you guys, but a humongous, like bananas, an apple, yogurt, like pecans on, like just an insane, and a boiled egg, like the amount of food that I was eating in a day when I first started, even though it was starkly different and less than what I was used to. Like I was, you know, still eating less by far because I was losing. But I kind of had it in my head. I was so scared of getting sick and so scared of letting the medicine do its job that I kind of probably could have laid off of eating so much. So now I don't even eat breakfast. I haven't eaten breakfast in a minute, girl, because I don't want to. And I was just so scared of getting sick that I kind of forcefully did eat. And I was kind of on that same train of like, oh, I need a lot of food to function. You know what I mean? And you do need food and nutrition to function. And I was totally going overboard with protein. I was just scared to death because everybody's like, oh, your hair will fall out. You'll do this crazy thing. You need protein. Yes, you do need protein. You do need it. But I was trying to get such an insane amount of protein. And for me, because I have kidney stone disease, medullary sponge kidney, I think is what the actual term is for it. But I suffer from that. So I've passed probably 200 or 300 kidney stones in my life. Here's the thing. A lot of protein for me does hurt my kidneys and give me, you know, more kidney stones or whatever. I pass more when I eat a lot of protein. So I didn't need it for me. Now check with your doctor. I'm not a medical professional in any way. I don't know what I'm talking about. I can just give you my experiences only. Please, if you're going to start on any journey, doesn't matter what it is, please check with your physician and let them know and get a consultation about any medication. All right, so that's just my little whatever spiel. But yeah, I wish I had not eaten so much food. I didn't need it. I did not need it. I went crazy on the protein. I bought all the protein drinks. So I ate that big breakfast and then so scared I was gonna get sick. I went ahead in the middle of the day when I was full on that huge breakfast, right? And had a protein bar, a delicious protein bar, which they are good, right? But they're packed with calories and stuff I just really didn't need. So yeah, shakes, I did that. You know, I just was always trying to fill my day with like stuff to keep on my stomach so I don't get nauseated and whatnot and go crazy. It was just insane. So now I may eat a piece of fruit midday if I'm really, really hungry, and that's like at 2:30 or 3. I'll get up, go to work, drink coffee about 8:30, 9, 10, somewhere around in there. I'll drink a nice bulletproof coffee, and then that'll keep me going, satiate me until 2 or 3, and then I don't know, 4:35. I'll eat a little bit of a meal, whatever that may be, you know, some Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts anymore. I used to hate them, but now I love them. Maybe some carrots, a little bit of chicken, you know, that's standard, whatever. And that's it. And that is it, completely it. We have been buying these frozen, I know you guys have seen them. They're little frozen bananas or strawberries covered in a dark chocolate. And they're frozen, and I'll eat one of those like after I eat. And that's my that's my day. So why am I not losing a whole lot? I'm really not having a whole lot of food. I'm not going crazy with the food, but maybe, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's just hard after menopause. I don't know what the reasoning behind it is. I really feel like I should be 30, 40, 50 pounds down by now, but I'll take what I've got. If you have made it into the video this far and you're sticking with me and you want to hear if I've lost any weight, then put the Halloween, put a pumpkin down, a jack-o'-lantern, okay? Because I love fall and I miss Halloween and I'm ready for it. So yeah, put that down, put a pumpkin down. So here's the thing. Last week I had such an emotional roller coaster of a week. I got that bad comment. I did overeat that one day. that was enough to put me back up. I seriously fought those 3 pounds and I've taken those back off. So I'm just down to what I was, 23 pounds down. Yeah, so, and this is working out every day and lifting weights, girl, and eating as much as I need, but as little as I need to, right? And eating good things. So, you know, I'll talk to my doctor next week about it. Like, what's going on? Why am I not 40, 50 pounds? And I know you guys will say, girl, take what you can get. You didn't put it on overnight. You're not going to take it off over. I understand that, but I feel like I'm doing the work now. And I want to see the payoff. But anyhow, yeah, my starting weight on this journey, 229 pounds. Yep, that is a hard number to ever repeat, but I do it every week because it may help someone, okay? 229, my heaviest weight to date on record that I've gotten on a scale and know about, it could have been way more than this, but this is what I know, 242 pounds. And that was just last year, girl. Let that soak in. So now I weigh 206. I cannot wait to get out of these 200s and get back down to the 1-somethings, but that, you know, it'll come, it'll come. Plus she sells on the weekend. But anyhow, y'all know I had to be nasty at least once. So yeah, that's the journey so far. I just wish I had done things differently and started out. If you are someone who's starting out a journey, don't let the medicine scare you. Maybe you're somebody that just wants to change your diet, exercise, watch what you eat, and, you know, go that route. I'm all for it. I have done that many times. This is the first time in my life in 50 some odd years. Yes, I'm in my mid-50s. But this is the first time in my whole entire life that I have not ever woken up going, oh, I really want to know what am I going to eat? Starving, 1. And number 2, planning out the day of what I'm going to eat and food noise. And also, I sometimes would see something at night, and you know, I've always been a faster since 2017. I've always done intermittent fasting. So I always allow myself time between eating. I will pull up food, you know, 5, 6 o'clock, whatever it is, and then not eat again till solid food till maybe 2 or 3 now. But used to, I would get at least 12, 14 hours. And I can remember seeing something, an advertisement for something, or people eating something on a YouTube video and thinking, okay, tomorrow I'm going to get that. I don't have that anymore. Like, I don't sit around and watch people eat something and then think, okay, I need to go out. I'm going to have that cookie tomorrow. I'm going to eat one of those. Like, those, like, food noises on this medication, gone. So that is kudos to that. If you are someone who doesn't believe in the medication and you want to tell me about it, you can, but do it in a nice way if you don't mind, please. I don't want to hear negativity about it and whatnot. And I have a lot of people ask me, do you plan on taking this for the rest of your life? And here's my answer to that. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If I have to take some form of this medication all the rest of my days, however long that may be, I'm resolved to do it in some form or fashion, because if I don't stay on something that helps me combat the food noise and stop the eating and stop the madness and stop being a compulsive overeater and all of the ED that I have, right? It will be a medication for high blood pressure, diabetes. I have NASH disease. My kidney stones flare up really bad when I'm way overweight. So there is some medication that I would have been on my whole life anyway. So I feel like I'm okay with being on this medication if that's what it takes to keep me off of the other medications, you know, where I'm very, very sick from being obese. then it's a good trade-off and one that I am ready to take. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. I will definitely hit it hard this week. I'm in it, man. I'm in it. I really want to lose so much weight, and I'm really motivated. And yeah, we fall off the wagon, but you know what? Part of a journey is falling down and getting right back up. You know what I mean? I know when you fall down, sometimes you want to fall down and stay down for a couple weeks, but as long as you get back up, right? Get right back on the horse. I don't care if it's an hour later or 2 weeks later or a day later. At some point, get yourself back up, brush yourself off, and let's get at it. Let's get at it, okay? That's how I feel. I'm in such a better headspace this weekend. This week. I want to thank everybody for all the kind. I'm still going through all the comments. I've read them all, and I love all of you for being so sweet and kind. And I could not have asked for a bunch of better folks to watch that video and leave me such sweet comments. I do, from the bottom of my heart. I really needed it, and I appreciate it. So thank you. So let's get on this together, and we're going to continue right on. Hopefully next week we'll come back here and ring that victory bell just like we always wanted to. Do me one more favor. If y'all see my husband, girl, y'all know why. Please don't tell him nothing. Bye. Cue the dog's nails, and here she is. If you are someone that watches my purse saga, if you're into the purses and all that stuff and the handbags, I'm going a little crazy, but I do have a really good unboxing for Saturday that I would love to see you on that video, and hopefully you'll watch that. And you know what? I posted a limited edition cutest Coach bag ever yesterday, so I'm gonna put a video. Let me see. Right here? I never know when I'm out of the... No, I'm gonna put a video right here. Do me a favor and click on that video and keep on watching. Yes. We're gonna work and work. It's never gonna stop, girl. We're gonna keep grinding, okay? Biatch!